Hi guys, very good evening to you. This is the video number 185, and in this video we are going to talk about how to export the shapes from the Excel into the PowerPoint. If you guys know me through my channel, then you know that we have recently started a series on the PowerPoint where we are actually learning how to export the PowerPoint slides. How to export the basically the charts or the slides from the Excel to the PowerPoint. And so this is going to be the another video, as I promised last week, that I'm going to upload a lot of videos how to connect your Excel with the PowerPoint, and we are going to do it step by step. So this is the channel and this is the playlist where you can go and click on the VBA connecting PowerPoint with Excel, and so far we have uploaded 2 videos. However, this is going to be the video number 185, and you can watch all those amazing 184 videos according to the subject. You can go to the playlist and you can choose all these things, right? Recently I've been asked by one of my subscribers that they want me to create a playlist regarding the interviews, right? How to crack the interviews, what questions generally they ask. So this is the playlist I have created, which is called the Excel VBA interview questions. If you go ahead, if you click on this playlist, we have around 4 videos uploaded here where I have talked about that, what are the general questions which people ask you if you're going for the VBA interview or if you're going for the Excel interview. And very soon I'm going to upload a new video on this, which would be totally going to be on the Excel, how to crack the Excel interview, how to crack the advanced Excel interview, what questions your interviewer can ask you, right? But anyways, that's not the topic of the day. Today we are going to learn that in my previous 2 videos I have actually told you, if you go ahead and watch the video number 183, you would see that there what we learned is actually how to export the chart. So let's say if you have a one chart in your Excel and you want to make a PowerPoint, so how you can actually export this chart using a button. So this is the macro which I was created. And then in the video number 184, the part 2, there we learned actually how to export more than one chart. So in case if you have 10, 15, 20 charts in the one sheet, then how you can export it. So we have talked about this, but in this video now what we are going to learn today is that if you don't have the charts, if you have the shapes, like these are the shapes, I can select this is a rectangle 1, and I can select this you can see the name rectangle 2, and this is the name rectangle 3. So today what we are going to learn is in this the video number 3 for my PowerPoint series, that what if you want to export these shapes in into your this PowerPoint, then what will you have to do? So I will start it from the scratch, and if you haven't watched the previous videos, no problem, you can watch this video from the very beginning, and then of course after watching this video you can go back to those videos and you can watch them as well. So in this case, if you see that there are the shapes which I have created, so you can see there are a lot of questions which I have written here. So like what is VLOOKUP, why we use it, which formula you can use over VLOOKUP function. So these are the questions, and my coming video would be actually on these questions. I would be telling you all the answers if your interviewer is going to ask you the questions around these the Excel, basically the formulas and whatever, I mean, you are being asked regarding the Excel, so you can answer them. So I will discuss all these questions in my next video, but in this video what we are going to learn is that how to basically export these, or in simple layman terms I can say that how to copy these shapes and paste them in the PowerPoint with just one button. So let's go ahead guys, and let us develop the code. So I'm going to go in the developer tab and the Visual Basic, and here I'm going to create a new module. So in the new module now there are a couple of things which you will need to understand. The first thing is that you are going to talk with the PowerPoint application, which is a new application. you are right now on the Excel, and from the Excel environment now you're going to talk with the PowerPoint environment. So in order to do that, we are going to, on the reference, we are going to tell our Excel VBA that look, we are going to communicate with the PowerPoint application and we would like to use your object hierarchy. When I say object hierarchy, it means that in the PowerPoint they have their own hierarchy, in the Excel they have their own hierarchy, in the Outlook, you know, it's a different object hierarchy. For example, in the Outlook you have the folders, you don't have the folders in Excel, right? In the Excel you have sheets, cells, but in the PowerPoint you don't have the cells, you don't have the sheets. There you have the slides, there you have the presentations. So every actually application is designed in a different way, right? And that makes a sense also, because if you have these, if Microsoft is today selling these you know, different applications, then obviously they have the different purpose, right? A PowerPoint is used to make the slides. It's a more of a I would say that putting your information in a better way, and you know, you showing the information to your leadership, telling them about, you know, exactly about your performance, how you're doing, how your business is growing, where is your profit coming, where is your loss, you know. So all that stuff in documents, in the Microsoft Word, like you generally like to keep the documents, you like to you know, from the I would say from the decoration perspective, from the customization, from the appearance, you know, how you can actually make those things beautiful in the form of letters. Let's say you want to dispatch something, you know. So Microsoft Word, we have it. Excel, of course, is a tool which we use a lot. Every industry today needs the Excel, and we use the Excel because we want to do the lot of analysis, we want to keep our data, we want to store our information. On that information, we not just only want to create the database, but from the database we want to make the charts, pivots, you know, and we want to do a lot of analysis, right? So every application has its own actually a weightage, importance, and that is why they have their own VBA, Visual Basic for application. So in this way, the first thing, because you are going to communicate with the Microsoft PowerPoint, you will have to go to the tools and the reference, and you will have to on the library which is called Microsoft PowerPoint 14.0. I use 2010, so that is why it says 14.0, but if you are using 2015, I'm sorry, 2013 or maybe 2016, this would go as 15.0, 16.0, and again for the 2007 this would go as 12.0. so that is not the problem, you just need to actually on this. And how you're going to on this? When you're going to press M, you will be on the all the libraries which, you know, all the DLL files which basically starts with M. So you need to now scroll it down and you need to quickly find it out where is your Microsoft PowerPoint. And the good thing is they are all alphabetically sorted. So I'm on the Microsoft ActiveX, and the moment I drag it down, I should go on the Microsoft, you know, the PowerPoint. So somewhere here here where it starts with the Microsoft P, this, you know, you would see that library depending upon your version. So you just need to check mark that and it will automatically move up next to the Microsoft Office 14.0, which are the default libraries. You can't remove them, right? So that's the first thing. So now once you get this library on, now we are ready to tell our VBA that look, we are going to talk with the Microsoft PowerPoint, we are going to use its objects, so you please should give us the help, right? So we are going to write the sub. So I'm going to write here export shapes. Now in this video we are not going to talk about the charts, we are going to simply talk about the shapes. As I have already shown you, these are the shapes which are going to export. So in this case, let us first open the PowerPoint. So we are going to write here them my PPT as PowerPoint.application, and then the next line you would write, you are going to define this in the memory. So this is how you write PowerPoint.application, and then we are going to make this PPT visible as well. So I'm going to write here MSOC true, right? So once it is going to be visible, then I can work on that. Let me press F8 to run this and I can show you. So the moment I click on this, you can see that the PowerPoint is activated. So the next our job is to activate the presentation, because you see this is the executable file which is actually activated. This has nothing. I can click on these menus, but you know, it doesn't show any, it doesn't give me any basically the correct layout. It's totally blank. So now the next thing is we're going to add the presentation. So this is how we're going to add the presentation. You can write any name, whichever you want, as long as it is falling within the norms of, you know, the naming convention. For example, you can't start I guess any variable name with the number. For example, if I'm going to start here, let's say 7j as integer, and I press enter, this will give me the error. Why? Because I started it with the number, so I can't start with the number. Anyways, that's a different altogether, you know, subject. Maybe in the future I will upload the video and I can tell you that what are the naming convention rules, how you follow the names for the modules, for the subroutines, and for the variables. But right now we are just going to write something very simple, which can give us the idea that as to, you know, which basically the part of the PowerPoint we are going to deal with. So I'm going to write here going to write here as my presentation, my press, right? As, so this is going to be my PowerPoint dot presentation. The next thing which you're going to add is my press, my presentation is going to be equals to, now we need to add the PowerPoint, right? So the object hierarchy, the first is the bigger object is the PowerPoint, and then afterwards you have the presentation, and after the presentation you have the slides, and after the slides you have the shapes. So this is how we're going to follow the hierarchy. So you know that my PPT object which I have just created in this line, this is now going to be treated as PowerPoint because of these two lines, right? So I'm going to say that you are going to be part of my PowerPoint, so just go there and add the presentation, and this is the line which is going to add the presentation. Let me show you, let me run it on the F8 mode. Now look at this, this is the blank one, and the moment you ran this, this is now giving us the layout. So here we need to add the slide. Now how you're going to add the slide on this presentation? So we are going to write here dim my slide as PowerPoint.slide. Okay, very simple. Then you need to set your word, set your object, my slide. So what is it equals to? So it is, we obviously we would like to create a new slide in this, because you saw that the presentation was completely blank. So we're going to add our first slide in this, and this is how we write, because now the next object which comes after the presentation is the slide. So we are going to link this slide with the presentation, and the presentation, you can see that this my press is automatically, you know, it is already linked with your this PowerPoint. So this is how the hierarchy goes, right? So I'm going to say that my slide is going to be, we are going to add the slide in this presentation. So I'm going to say that slides dot add. You don't have to use the add slide, just use the add word, it will work. And now here you're going to write that I'm going to add my first slide, and I'm going to you know, you can select the different layouts. For example, if you're going to select the chart, then you will have a chart also, a shape of the chart is also going to be created. For example, let me just create this for you first. Now let us just run this, and then you will understand what I'm saying. So there we go, the presentation is added, and you know, your slide is also added. So if you look at the slide, you see that here you have one, this is the shape where you can add the title, and this is the second one where you can say click icon to add chart, right? So you can add the chart here, but in order to paste the shapes which you have created here, I don't need any this kind of a shape, right? So that depends. So I'm not going to choose this, so let me just close this. I'm going to make it very simple, which is the one I actually have used in the previous videos. So this is the one I'm going to choose, which is simply the layout called blank, and I can run it quickly and I can show you what it is going to do. Alright, so now you can see that it is completely blank, there are no shapes inserted. So that is what I'm going to actually use in this, right? Okay, so let's just click on the don't save. So far we have created the slide. Now the next step we would like to do is we would like to export all the sheets, all the shapes from this sheet 3, right? So there is a loop which you can run for each shape in shapes. Like we have a loops in different loops in charts, you know, for each collection loop I'm talking about, where you can run the loop and all the charts are going to be accessed. You can access them, and you can export them, cut them, you know, whatever you want to do. And in fact this is what we have done in the previous 2 videos also. And you can also go to my charts playlist if you are very fond of the charts, you want to automate them. Then here somewhere here you would see a playlist called charts, I guess. and you need to just click on that. Let me just scroll it down. Let me see. Yeah, so you can click on this VBA charts and pivots, and the moment you click on that, you would see here the part 1, the part 2, right? So this is these two are the VBA videos, and this is, I think, the Excel video on the charts, right? So go and watch all these videos if you want to make your charts automatic, and I'm sure this will give you a lot of knowledge. Okay, so let's come back to this. So I always when I upload the videos, I never actually prepare any script. I go with the flow. So what happens, sometime when I'm speaking, I get to remember some good things which we have done on this channel, right? To upgrade, to enhance your knowledge. So I keep on telling you about those things. Like I told you that there was a subscriber who shared that we should actually have a one playlist by the name of interview, so that people can go there and see that how they are supposed to prepare for the interviews, whether it is a VBA interview or the Excel interview. And then I showed you just now the playlist which I had created long time back on the charts, right? So I think this is a good way. This is a very healthy communication. My target is not just to upload the video and just to get your attention, just to get your click, but the idea is when I'm uploading something, it should make a sense also. So for somebody who doesn't know VBA, or somebody who just know the basic VBA, I know it will be a little difficult to understand, but at least what you can do is you can use this code in your office, right? For understanding, there are different ways. I mean, you can read the books, you can join my online tutorial as well, or maybe, I mean, if you think that this is the best way from my YouTube channel, then you're always welcome. Nothing like it, nothing better than that. But the idea is, when we are going to learn something, then we should not actually try to wrap up the things as quickly as possible. That my aim is to simply record the video and just upload it. I really don't like that. So it's more of a, like, I would say, a relationship, which I believe in, that we should have this. We have uploaded 185 videos, and they are very I mean, the response on those videos is extremely awesome. I do get a lot of emails from you, and day by day subscribers are also getting added to my channel. So it says that that the videos which we are actually uploading, they are actually very useful to you, right? So this is how I discuss the things without having this thing in my mind that what if you will not like the video, what if you will not like my extra things which I communicate apart from writing the code. But this is how I do the things. I love recording the videos. I love helping all of you, and so when I talk, I get something in my mind, I like to share it with you. So now let's go ahead, let's come back to the code. Now what we are going to do is we're going to run a loop which would capture all these shapes one by one. So before I copy the shapes, I want to tell you that this is how you define the shapes. So let's say I'm going to write here my shape as shape. You can define this, and then for each, write this collection loop for each my shape in active sheet dot shapes. Next, and then we can get the name my shape dot name, just to show you that whether the loop is working or not, right? Later afterwards, we will delete this my name and we will copy the shape, and we are going to export it on the PowerPoint. So let us run this. Invalid user property, okay, I beg your pardon. This name, where do you want, how are you going to retrieve it? So we will have to provide the message box here, okay, because you can't actually you're getting something, you're getting a property, you're getting, if you want the name of the shape, which is this name I'm talking about, rectangle 3 or whatsoever, you need a place to store that information, right? So we are going to use the message box. So that is why it was giving us the error. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see that everything is created. Now there we go, you can see rectangle 1, it has come, rectangle 2. So let me quickly press F5, rectangle 3, then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's it, right? So this is how, this is so simple, right? It is more of more like a chart loop where you write for each chart in active sheet dot chart object. So that's a kind of a loop. So now what we need to do is I will just comment this out because we don't need this. Now you know that we are able to access all the shapes. So what we need to do is we need to copy them. So my shape, copy this, my shape dot copy, and now you're going to paste it. So where you're going to paste it, you're going to paste it on the slide, right? Whatever the slide you have. So this is how you write. You know that your slide is this, my slide, right? So I'm going to say that my slide dot shapes and then paste special. Let's choose anything. I'm going to choose the bitmap. Okay, so it is going to paste it. The moment it pastes this here, let's say it has pasted this shape here. Let me just do it manually. Let me copy this, right click, copy, and just paste it here. I'm using going to use the Control V. I don't use actually the ribbon, you know. I really hate to use the ribbon. Sometimes I wonder that if one day I forget all the shortcut keys, how I'm going to work on the Excel. Terrible. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Now once you have copied this and pasted here, the next step is to add the new slide for the new shape, right? So this code I'm going to write here, my slide, set my slide equals to, now this is going to be equals to my press dot slides, and then now what is the next thing you want to do? If I write here 2, obviously it is going to add the second slide, but the next time when this loop will run and it will capture the shape rectangle 3 shape, right, then you will have to change this, and obviously this program will not give you that much of a time because it runs so fast, right, and you can't edit the code again and again. So in order to automatically, you know, change this to 2 and 3 and 4, what we are going to do is we are going to count the present slides and then we're going to add +1 to it. So in that way we are going to make this code very dynamic, very powerful, right? So this is what I'm going to write. We are going to write here that my presentation dot slides dot count, right? So this will give us the total number of the counts. So far I have just created one slide, so I'm going to say that just add 1 to it, and the next thing is I guess we can okay, I forgot one thing actually. We need to add the slide, right? That is why I was thinking that it looks a little weird. Okay, so now comma and pp layout blank, so another slide will be created. The next time when this slide will be created, this will automatically takes 2 plus 1 will make it 3, and the third slide is going to be inserted. Okay, so now let's just close this and let me run this code and I can show you what exactly is going to happen. Okay, so we're going to run this now. Now we got the PowerPoint activated. Okay, so for each shape, now the first shape is going to be copied. Let's see, and you can see here that it is actually copied here. We have pasted it here. The next thing is this should add the one more slide, because this my presentation my press dot slides dot count is going to give me 1 plus 1 will make it 2. So the second slide is going to be inserted. Yes, it is inserted. The next shape is going to be copied, which you can't see right now, but it is copied in the background, and it should paste here, and you can see that it has pasted here, right? Similarly, now this my press dot slides dot count is going to give you a count of 2, because now 2 slides have been created. So 2 plus 1 will make it 3, and we have now the third slide entered. Wonderful. So let me quickly press F5, and there we go. So I press the F5, and now I can come back to my presentation, and you can see that all the sheets are created, right? This one is the extra one, you can delete it. And if you don't know why this extra one was created, which I just deleted, you can go back to the previous video 184, and there I have given a code that how to delete the last extra blank slide. But otherwise you don't have to add the code also, because it's very simple. Just come to the presentation part, and you can also delete it manually. But if you're really big fan of VBA like me, then please go there and check the code. Now, so this is what the presentation is, you can see here. All right, so this is what we have done. So just in case if you wanted this, because when I run this slideshow, it basically seems a little small, right? So we can increase the height and the width of this. So what you will do here is, when you're going to copy something here, before you add the new slide, we can say that my slide dot shapes, and because we have just one shape in one slide, so the rank will always be 1, and we can say that, you know, it's let's say we want to increase the width, so the width has to be, let's say, 100, and you can again, you know, use with the width also you can use the height as well, but I will not use the height. Instead of that, I think I should use the top. From the top it should remain on the, you know, 10. So let us run this and let's see how it is going to look. So we have added this. Now you see the width is very less. I wasn't expecting this, so we have to increase the width. So let's make it maybe, I guess, 300. Okay, let me just pull it back and let us run it. I think we need more, maybe 500. Okay, maybe okay, let's go ahead and let's see. So you can see in the top it moved, it goes on the top because I have just given the margin of 10. Alright, the second sheet is inserted, so this also says the width. So width doesn't look so nice, but I think you can, you know, do your research on this part. So but you know the code is working, right? So maybe if I increase this to 800, the next time you can see that this is now looking much bigger in the size, right? So similarly you can align this from the left also. If you want to keep it to the left, my slides dot shape, then in the bracket 1 dot left, you know, and you can give that the space from the left also. So let us just run this, and this is what we have gotten, right? So these are the slides which I have created. I know they don't look good, but you know the reason. So maybe if I have to work on it, what I will do is I can make this on the left part. Let's say on the left, we'll start from the left. I'm going to make it this, and let's keep it 700. So let us run the again quickly. There we go. Okay, now it is created. I see it, it's now looking much better. Okay, now you can see that it also moved to the left, right? Keep your eyes here, guys, keep your eyes there. Now see, it is copied, it is going to be pasted. Now it is in the middle. I'm gonna change the width. The width is changed. I'm gonna move it to the top, which is just a 10 margin from the top. It moved, and now the left from the 10. So you know, see, in the left also it moved. I think this looks nice. So let me just click on the debug. Let me press F5. Actually I pressed, I think, wrong key. Okay, anyways, let's now, if you don't know how to show the slideshow in the PowerPoint, then the shortcut key is again F5. Like in Excel VBA, when we run the program, we press F5 and the program runs in just fraction of seconds. In the same way, in the if you want to get the slideshow, this is what you can use, F5. Or I think here also you have a slideshow from the beginning. Let me see. Yeah, so this is how your, you know, slideshow would look like. So we have a perfect thing. Now let me press down arrow, and you can see that now everything looks nice. Great. Alright, so I hope this video is going to help you a lot, and this video is now going to differentiate between two things, that what if you want to export the shapes and what if you want to export the charts. For the charts, as I already said, that you need to just go to the playlist where I have you know, these two videos recorded, VBA connecting PowerPoint with the Excel. So you can watch all these, both the videos, and definitely I'm sure you will love those videos, because who wants to actually export the slides, you know, manually, right? You copy, I mean, and paste the slides manually. This is going to make your code very fast, and this is going to make your work so easy. You can even export the 50 slides in just, you know, in just seconds, right? So let me know what you think about this, and next time I'll come up with some more exciting stuff. And till then, you keep watching the videos, and if you're new to the channel, then you can also subscribe to the channel for all those awesome videos, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.